Hi guys. So we understand now that language is extremely important when we try to sell something on the internet. But before we actually learn how to conduct keyword research, how to understand what people are looking for, I want you to think about your product or service. Well, what you do basically is fulfilling a human need. There is a human need that you fulfill. People pay you, or people will pay you because they have a need and you have the solution for that. You fulfill that need. And that's extremely important when you want to sell something. You have to think about the reason why, or the what's in it for me. In other words, why people buy from you. You have to think very carefully because it's critical. Give people a good reason to buy from you. What is the benefit of buying your product or service? Or is there anything bad that will happen if they don't buy it? So you can call it what's in it for me, you can call it reason why, you can give it any name you want, but it's extremely important you understand that point before you start creating content or advertisements for your startup, for your product, or for your service. I'll give you a very simple example. Think about Dove, the soap. Many people use Dove. Why do they do that? Well, you might think they want to take a bath. You might think they want to be clean. But actually, people buy Dove because it keeps their skin moisturized. That's the idea behind many campaigns of Dove. It keeps your skin moisturized. That's the most interesting thing for people to know. You have to put it up there at the very top of your website or your advertisements or your content that you create. So, what is your keeps your skin moisturized? What is the reason why people want to buy from you? People actually are not very interested in your company. I know you think it's very interesting, but they are not really interested in your company, and they are not really interested in you. And that's a very common mistake because a lot of startups that have been looking at their websites, actually, what they talk about is themselves. We are here to revolutionize the industry of We are here to build a great experience, ta 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 ta. But people are not really, I know it sounds sad, but people are not really interested in your product. Sorry, yes, they're not really interested in your product. They're not really interested in your company. What interests them the most is what's in it for them. What is the reason why? And that is the emphasis, that is the focus of your campaign. Think about Marlboro, the cigarettes. And of course, I'm against smoking. But think about Marlboro. What's the reason why there? Well, if you look at Marlboro campaigns, for many years, they sell an image of a free man riding in the open fields. And the reason why is be a free man or become a free man. So when people actually smoke Marlboro, many of them associate it with the feeling of being free, of riding there in the open fields. Okay? So think about your reason why. In many cases, actually, it's hidden. In other words, people don't actually reveal. So we will have a few ways to actually reveal what people are looking for. Okay, so first of all, if you want to understand the reason why people buy from you, you can talk to people. You can ask them, why did you buy it? Or what's your needs and so on. A second thing, and we are going to learn to do it here in this course, is keyword research. We will use a free and open tool that allows you to research what people are looking for. And you have to remember that many people actually tell Google that their deepest secrets, okay? Things that they wouldn't tell their parents or their boyfriends or girlfriends, they actually tell Google. And we will learn how to use that information to understand what people are really looking for. Another thing that we will learn is to research our competitors. In many cases, I see a lot of young entrepreneurs, lots of startups that try to invent the wheel. You don't have to do that. Somebody else has done a very actually thorough work to research markets and to research potential customers. So a good source of information is your competitors' websites. is your competitors' applications, and so on. So we will talk to potential customers, we will conduct keyword research, and we will research our competitors in order to understand what is our reason why. What is the keeps your skin moisturized? What is the feel like a free man of your product? And we will learn to focus on customers' needs and less talk about our own business or our own startup or on our own product, or let's talk about ourselves. More focus about customer needs. See you in the next video.